And so I started 75 Hard now to really get myself into a habit and to create a lifestyle for myself. I don't want this to be something, because I would do this, and I'm being 100% transparent here. I don't want this to be something I do for now and then can't maintain it later. This is Girl Take Note, a podcast for women who are looking to turn their dreams into reality. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Girl Take Note. I am Shaunie Sanders, and today I feel like I just kind of want to have an open, honest conversation and just kind of catch you guys up on what's been going on with me. And I think that I'm closely approaching 50. And I have truly been thinking about this for a while, because I feel like now that I'm getting closer to the age 50, I'm beginning to think about everything that I didn't get a chance to do, everything that I was too scared to do, right? Too fearful to do, and everything that I wanted to do, and everything that I just didn't get a chance to do, right? And I'm looking for my next 50 years to be different. And not that my last 50 years has been different, because I'll be 50 in January, but because I'm closely approaching it, it's really got me thinking a lot about my life. It got me thinking about things I want and how I want my next 50 years to look like. And I was talking to a friend the other day, and maybe four of us was on the phone the other day, and we were just having this conversation when we thought about how we used to be when we were younger, right? We used to be the young girl. We used to be the young crew. And now that we're all, one of my friends already in her 50s, and the rest of us are approaching our 50s, it has come to a realization that, wow, we're really about to be in our 50s. And I'm like, one of my friends like, well, I still feel so young. I don't know what you guys are talking about. And I'm like, yeah, I know we all do. We all feel young, but it really got me thinking about my life. It got me thinking about what I truly want for myself. And as you guys know, I just wrapped my last series called Surviving the Job Loss. And I've been going through my own emotional things, my own mental things, simply because I've been out of work and haven't been able to find more work. And that alone has been its own stressful thing for me. And it has taken a real toll on me to just like maybe my self-confidence, just really fighting through it and just saying to myself, you know what, Shaunie, if this is where you are right now in your life, then you have to accept it. You have to embrace it and really think about what you want next. I can tell you guys this. I never thought I would be 49 years old and unemployed. Like, I never thought that. I never saw that coming. I knew maybe one day I'd be like a certain age and I'd be fully entrepreneurship, right? But not 49 and unemployed and out here looking for work. And so I can tell you guys that what I decided to do is that I decided to go all in on the podcast, go all in on content creation, lifestyle content, and really start building my brand, my Shaunie Sanders brand, my podcast Girl Take Note brand, and really building these out to be profitable brands, right? Because I want my next 50 years to be the years I truly live for myself. I don't want it to be the years where I'm still answering to someone else, showing up, clocking someone else's clock, depending on someone else's paycheck, right? To hand out, to give me the money I need to take care of my life, to help take care of my family. And I just don't see that for myself anymore. I really don't. I feel like all the things that I was supposed to do, I've done. Like, I've worked at 2 jobs when I was younger to make ends meet. So I'm not looking to work 2 jobs. I'm not looking to work hard to climb another corporate ladder where I've done that. I've gotten to the top of my corporate ladder. I was in the high 6-figure job. And now I'm just at a place where I want to be able to fully depend on my own skill set, my own gifts that God has given me, and being able to see them and see the seeds that I've planted actually turn into fruitful things, right? So as I begin to approach January, and I know you guys are probably like, well, girl, it's only August, but I get it. But the next thing you know, it'll be the holidays. And it'll be here. And so I decided to do 75 Hard. I mentioned it on the last episode that I'm doing 75 Hard. And not only am I doing it for those 5 things, right, that we do during this challenge. And if you don't know, 5 things that you do during this challenge is that you do 2 45-minute workouts. You drink 8 gallons of water. You drink a gallon of water, that is. you read a motivational book, 10 pages. I'm an audiobook kind of girl, so I'm listening to a few chapters. And you also commit to some type of dieting, some type of eating habit. And I think also you commit to like hours of sleep that you need to sleep or whatever. I think everybody's doing it kind of different, but I think those are the core things to 75 Hard. And what I've added into this 75 Hard is that I set financial goals for myself, financial goals that I want to hit, in these next 75 days. Also, mindset changes that I want to hit in this next 75 days. And I've had on this show people talk about mindset. I think I've asked questions to almost every entrepreneur that has come on this show, and we talked about mindset. Mindset is probably one of the most difficult things that we can change, because if you think about your mindset and how you trained yourself over the years to think, how you trained yourself over the years to talk to yourself, it's probably one of the hardest things that we can try to change. And so in order to actively change your mindset, you have to be working on it daily and consistently. And so listening to these motivational books, right? Listen to these books and really get myself in a different mindset to think more positively about life, to think more, to be happy about life. And it's about intentionality. It's about being very intentional about what you tell yourself and how you speak to yourself, about the things you consume, the type of music you listen to, the type of people you have conversations with. Because as humans, we tend to have conversations with our friends or family or whomever, and we'll listen to their hardship story, right? And then we can see ourselves in it. And the next thing you know, we're telling them like we feel the same way, and we begin to feel the exact same way. We begin to see all the things that our life haven't accomplished, that we haven't accomplished in our life, that we haven't done, and then begin to talk negatively to ourselves. And that's one of the things that they mean by when you want to work on your mindset. It is a daily thing. It is affirmations. It is manifestation. It is having faith. It's having some type of spiritual background, spiritual root that you can pull from. And it is difficult to do that because you've trained, like I said, you trained yourself to think a certain way for so long. Your subconscious has been talking to you in a certain way for so long that you listen to it. And so I'm listening to the audiobook called The Power of Positive Thinking, right? And it is one thing that is said in this book is that our subconscious is the number one liar to us. We can get up in a great mood and we can say to ourselves, man, I'm going to have such a great day today. I'm going to enjoy my day. I'm going to take on whatever, everything's going to happen. God, whatever you got for me, everything's going to be blessed and everything's going to work out my way. But then your subconscious mind would tell you, come on now, you know it's not going to work out. It never works out for you. You got to work hard for everything you want. Nothing comes easy. So why would this come easy? You see, and then we begin to think about that. Then that begin to seep into us. And then we begin to doubt what we believe God can do in our lives. We believe that how our lives can change. And so when he said that, I was just so blown away because I was like, wow, that is so true. It's so easy to live a life of unhappiness. It's so normal to think unhappy things, to be a negative person in the world, because it's that saying that we love to say is that think the worst, but expect the best. Right. But that's not true. We should never expect the worst and hope for the best and hope it comes out worse. We should never think that way. We should always hope for the best and know that it's going to be the best. That's just it. There's no other way. We should always think that way, but we tend to think if I think that it won't work out, then some kind of way my mind is going to tell me that it is going to work out, that it will work out magically. That's not true. What we think, what you think, Soul Man, is. And so whatever we think, whatever we speak, whatever we feel, that's what manifests in our lives. And so a lot of time we'll sit back and we'll say, God, why is my life going this way? Why is everything in my life going this way? Why it feels like this? And what we don't understand is that the reason why it feels that way, the reason why it is that way is because you manifested it to be this way. And so with 75 Hard, I'm challenging myself to change my mindset, to change my way of thinking. And I'm getting up every morning with affirmations, right? And it's something I have to intentionally do because I'm not used to doing it every day. I'm not used to getting up and being intentional about saying this particular affirmation and about intentionally saying today's going to be a great day, and, pushing negative thoughts out of my mind when those negative thoughts creep up, and then replacing those with positive things, talking to my subconscious and let my subconscious know that, listen, we're a team here. We got to be on the same page. We can't be fighting against each other. So it is a daily practice thing. But I felt like it was important, especially me heading into 50. And so eventually I'm doing an episode about the 50 things I learned by 50. But I just felt like at this moment in this transition in my life, there's so many things that are happening in my life. And me and my girlfriends having this conversation, like I said, that, we don't talk about things that have happened to us as women at this age. We don't talk about the perimenopause as much as we could, or the stages of menopause, because we feel like if we talk about it openly, if we really admit to people that, okay, yeah, I'm about to be 50, I'm in perimenopause stage, then it makes us feel old, right? It makes us look old to people. Not that you feel that way, but it makes you look that way simply because younger people can't fathom. When honestly, a lot of younger girls need to know about this because they're going to experience this in their life. This is going to be something you're going to go through. Every woman goes through menopause, no matter what. We all go through it. It all happens to us. But today, it's a good thing that today there are so many different things that we can do, natural things, medications, all different things that we can do to help us through it. Where before, with my mother and my grandmother and, my aunts and stuff like that, it wasn't available to them. They really had to suffer through it. And so more of my solo episodes would be more about those transitioning, those changing, and me becoming, like I said, going into my next 50 years and really figuring out what I want my life to look like. I said it to my brother, who is a mindset coach, and he's been talking about mindset for like years, and I told him the other day, I said, you know what? Okay, you were right. Everything you talked about with mindset, changing mindset, doing this, doing that, thinking this, thinking that, being positive, being this and that. I say you were right. I'm finally on a path to really work on my mindset, because my mindset will change my life. My mindset will put me in a different space in my life, right? My mindset will have me thinking positively, that everything I touch will work out for me. My mindset will help me be happy. Not a person, not a thing, but my mindset. Changing my mindset will put me in a place where I can be happy. Because you change your mindset, you change your life. He always said that. And mind you, he's a minister as well. He's a pastor. But I feel like that, I don't know, I feel like now is the time. And he said that too. He's like, you know what, Sean, it's all right. It's good. Now is the time. You didn't receive it then, but now you're receiving it now. And it's never too late to work on it. But I'm glad you're at this space in your life that you're ready to receive it, that you're ready to work on your mindset and really open your life up to something really great and amazing. Because that's how that happens. No matter what we think, it's a mindset. We can look at athletes who are like top of their game. It is a certain mindset that they have for themselves, that they're winners and that they can't lose and that they won't fail. It's a mindset that you have to have in order to see greatness. When I talk to entrepreneurs on my show, they all have the same mindset. Is that although they face adversity, they knew and they believed that they can do it. And they just kept going. They didn't stop. They didn't stop when it got hard. They didn't stop when the money wasn't rolling in like it was supposed to. They didn't stop because they, got fearful. They did it even scared. They did it scared. And so I don't know, maybe I'm taking in a lot of the information that was said on the show and talking to a lot of these entrepreneurs and looking at my life, looking at my friends and thinking about where we all are in our life right now and approaching this big age and what I want it to look like. And like I said, when I said it to my brother and I told him that I was working on my mindset because I want my next 50 years to look different. I want my next 50 years to be the best years of my life. And he was like, you know what? I challenge you to get more specific about what you want that to look like. He said, you saying that you want it to be the best years of your life. Now you need to define, what does that look like exactly to you? What does that mean for you? He said, go deeper than that. Don't just say, oh, I want it to be the best years of my life. He said, it can be, but what does the best years of your life actually look like for you? And when he said that, I was like, okay, this is going to challenge me to go a little deeper. I think I know what it looks like for me, but you know what? It puts vision. That's vision, right? That's about having a vision for what your life looks like, what your life is going to look like over the next few years. And so I'm like, okay, I get to visualize now what my next 50 years look like, how I look, how I feel, who's attached to me, who's not with me. What am I doing during that time? That's making it the best years of my life. What kind of shape am I in? And so where would I be living? What place would I be living in? It's just all those different things that now I need to truly define. And it doesn't have to be down to the point, right? But at least it needs to be what I believe it looks like for me. And I was like, okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to go and I gave myself the assignment and I'm going to write down what I look like. Cause he said, write it down, have a visual of it. So that way, you know what you're working towards. And I was grateful for that because I wasn't thinking on that deep of a level. I was just thinking about, oh, well, it's just going to be better. I don't know how, but I'm going to be better, period. Right. So being able to now go and define it, I think that really, really helps me see myself in a different place. And I like I said, I don't know what it is, but when you're approaching this age, it's like a half a century, right? You're approaching this age. It makes you think about things differently. It makes you think about your life. And like I said, things that you accomplish and things you want to accomplish and being able to challenge myself. I want to be in the best shape that I can be because it's not about being skinny. It's about being in the best health, being strong and being fit as you go into your latter years. And I want to be strong and fit. I don't have to be skinny. I'm not trying to compete with no younger girls. I'm not trying to do any of that. I had my younger years. I had a great time in it, but I'm really trying to be the best that I can be going into my next 50 years. And so I started 75 Hard now to really get myself into a habit and to create a lifestyle for myself. I don't want this to be something because I would do this and I'm being 100% transparent here. I don't want this to be something I do for now and then can't maintain it later. I've been there. I've done that numerous times, which is why my weight fluctuates, which is why most women weight fluctuates, right? Because we'll start something, we'll get excited about it, we'll do it. And then all of a sudden, once we're done, we're done. We don't even keep it up, right? It's hard to keep up. And so what I'm doing with 75 Hard is that I'm doing things that I know would be a lifestyle change for me. I'm not doing a crazy diet where I'm starving myself. I'm actually doing a healthy eating habit that where I still get to enjoy the things that I like, but I do have to eliminate some things that I just can't have anymore. And that's overall just for my health. That's just not me saying I don't need it. No, health wise, I should not be eating it anyway. And so I'm committed to this and I'm excited about it. And I'm excited about where I'm going to be when this 75 days is over. And being that now I've been in it about a week, right? I felt like last week when I started, I could have went a little bit harder, right? I could have been a lot more prepared, but this week I'm going into this week with a different mindset for 75 Hard to really push myself this week, to really go a little bit harder, to really push myself with the working out, even push myself with some of my eating habits. And I'm excited about it. I'm really excited about this challenge and financially to push myself to do certain things. Like I'm pushing myself to go live more on TikTok, live on Instagram, live on Facebook, live on YouTube. I'm pushing myself to really do that because I know what kind of growth and what kind of opportunities that bring, especially on my podcast pages, because I have a lot of people that send me questions and I want to go live sometime and answer some of the questions live and be able to have people come in and ask questions. So I'm going to start doing that. And I, encourage you guys to come on my pages and join me. I'll put a schedule out for that so you guys will know when I will be live. But being able to push myself to do stuff like that excites me. Getting out of my comfort zone. Sometimes we have to get out of our comfort zone. We get so comfortable in a space, right? We get so comfortable because we're like, oh, it feels good here. I don't want to move from here. But I'm pushing myself to get out that comfort zone. I'm pushing myself to do things that make me uncomfortable, and pushing myself to face my fears because I want my life to look different. And I'm committed to it. I'm committed to this podcast growing in a different way. Like it's been growing really, really well. And opportunities have been coming. So I'm excited to see where this podcast is going to go as well. As I sit here and talk to you guys, I get excited about my solo episodes because it's my opportunity to talk and to share and to really update you guys on where I am, what I'm feeling outside of me doing interviews of all these amazing people that I bring on the show. And so these solo episodes will continue to be a part of the podcast because I feel like it's my time to just vent and my time to just spend with you one-on-one, talking to you and, letting you know what's going on and seeing if this is how you feel. If you're at a place in your life where you're a 40 plus woman and you're moving closer towards a big age, even if you're in your 30s, and 40 is a big age, right? 40 is a big age to hit. And you think about your life and you think to yourself, well, what do I want my 40s to look like? I think we all should get a vision of what we want our lives to look like. No matter what age we are, what age we're going to, I think we should all have a vision of what we want it to look like for us. I wish I would have did that when I turned 40, but I didn't do that. But 50 got me thinking about what I want my next 50 years to look like. Who is the person I want to be in those next 50 years? What I want to be doing with myself. And the one thing I know is that I do not see myself working at somebody's corporate job. I don't see myself getting up and clocking into somebody else's workplace, right? Dealing with that whole thing, commuting, all that kind of stuff. I see myself working from anywhere. I see myself traveling, vacationing more and working abroad like that. I see myself working from wherever I want to work. I see myself creating my own schedule, owning my own time. I see myself in the best shape I've ever been in my life, feeling the best, looking the best I've ever looked, feeling strong, right? And so there's so many things that I see for myself going into my next 50 years. And I'm excited about it. I'm excited about the changes. My body, like I said, is going through a lot of changes. I don't lose weight like I used to lose weight. It's a little bit harder now, and I have to work a little harder. I have to be a little bit more committed because I can easily have a morning where I'm like, I don't feel like getting up. I don't want to get up. I don't feel like working out. And that's where I have to push myself because I had plenty of days that I felt like that last week. I feel like as soon as you open your mouth and you're making a commitment to something when it comes to working out or whatever you're doing, challenges just show up, right? Challenges show up. You don't feel like doing it, but yet you get up and you do it anyway. And that's what I did last week. I said out loud, I'm doing 75 hard, put it all over my social pages. And then the next day when I had to get up and start, I was like, oh my God, I don't even feel like getting up. I just want to sleep. Right? Every day I cannot tell you that every day I felt that way. Every day last week I felt that way. That's why I was like, you know what? My motivation got to be a little bit stronger this week, right? I really got to go for it. I can't just say, I don't want to do it. No, I really have to do this. I'm doing this for me. I'm not doing this for anyone else. I'm not doing this, like I said, to be skinny. I'm doing this for me. I'm challenging myself for me and what I want to do. So I advise you to do the same. If you're in a space in your life where things are not where you would like for them to be. I'm not going to say perfect because life isn't perfect for no one. But if they're not in a space where you would like them to be and you're feeling challenged and pushed in a lot of different places in your life, then I would advise you to try to find something that you can commit to. Find something that you can commit to, because the one thing I can say, everything else is in my life is just kind of like swirling around. It's just out of control. But what I can do is control this. I can control how I feel, how I look, and my commitment to myself. That's why I'm doing 75 hard. That's what I'm doing it, because I'm pushing myself to be better, to be greater, to change my mindset, to live life the best I've ever lived. And I know that starting when I did, I'd be done with my 75 hard in November, just in time for the holidays, just in time before I hit 50. I want to look my best when I hit 50. I want to look and feel my best when I hit 50. And so I invite you to come along on this journey with me, because it's going to be a journey, and I'm going to document it, because it's going to be days where I'm just not going to feel like it. I'm going to tell you that right now. But I'm going to push myself through it. I'm going to push myself through it, and I'm going to get to where I need to be. And I encourage you to do the same. I encourage you to find something that you feel would challenge you. Let's challenge ourselves this year. We have a few more months left in 2024. Let's challenge ourselves to see exactly what we can accomplish before December. Like, I have a lot of big goals for myself for December. And I already put out a video on YouTube where I'm trying to reach 100,000 subscribers on my Shaunie Sanders page by December. right? So I'm putting all these big things out because I really want to see what I can do and what I can accomplish before the year is out. There's still time. It's not over. It's still time. This is just school. This month, school is starting back. So it's like, there's so much more that we can do before December. So I would encourage you to figure out something that you can challenge yourself with and really go after that and see what you can accomplish. I don't care if that's a financial goal, if it's a physical goal, if it's a weight goal, whatever it may be, a goal for your business, a goal to start something, a goal to pursue something that you're passionate about. It could be a goal to find a new job and make more money, whatever that is for you, because everybody's road looks different. Everybody doesn't want to be an entrepreneur. Everybody doesn't want to work a full-time job. Everybody has their own thing that they want to do. So whatever that looks like for you, I say go after it. This is the time to do it. Go after it right now. Do not wait. There's never going to be the right time for you to do something. Never. I don't even know why people even make that comment like, oh, I'm going to wait till I get this. Oh, I'm going to wait till I get this. Or wait till I get that. This is never going to be the right time. Go after it right now. You deserve it. You deserve something for yourself. You deserve to be happy. You deserve all the great things that you want. You deserve it, so go after it. Listen, I'm going to go ahead and end this show because I felt like I've been rambling on anyway. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I appreciate you guys coming every week, listening to the Girl Techno podcast every week when we bring out these two new shows. And I love the fact that you guys are committed to the downloads, committed to following the pages and stuff like that. So thank you guys so much for watching. I am Shaunie Sanders, and I will talk to you in the next episode. Thank you for listening or watching the Girl Techno podcast. We really hope that this episode gets you one step further in turning your passions into profits. If you like today's episode, please make sure you like, subscribe, and follow Girl Techno podcast on all social channels. And also make sure you review the episode, as your reviews are so important to help us grow. Also, please leave us a comment, as we would love to know your thoughts and opinions on this episode, and also any other episode that you might want to see from the Girl Techno podcast. Until next time, we'll see you in the next episode.